Good morning, campers. Boy, if you thought I was insane yesterday, you're gonna vote for me to get locked up today. Uh, the only the only positive is we're doing 25-ish and under today, so we can include a few better bottles. Craziest thing, um, yesterday we did 20-ish and under, and Kentucky Tavern won. Now, I have done a little digging and a little learning, and I'm going to share this knowledge with you. Kentucky Tavern is actually a 1792 product. It's from Barton. So that's cool. And so is 10 High, which tasted like shit. But this was actually okay. I mean, I gave nothing for this. I don't think I gave $10 for this. Maybe it was somewhere between $9 to $12. I can't remember because I bought a bunch of cheap whiskey. I spent $53 and bought 6 bottles. So you do the math. Still floored that this won. We've got some new fellas in here today though. I need a bigger bar. If I'm going to do this kind of crazy shit, I'm going to have to build a bigger bar. We're going to include makers today and the Bluff Springs, which was a gift from my buddy JD. A hometown favorite, the 1843 David Nicholson. We're stepping it up to the very old Barton 100. We're including one of my favorites, a staple around my house, the 101. JW Dance Ball and Bond, which I've never tried, but it's a ball of bond. It's 100 proof, and it's a Heaven Hill product. So I hope I'm a fan. I really do. We're going to go representing Jim Beam today with the double oak because I like it. And, of course, the dickliest of Dickel, the number 12 recipe. Make fun if you must. Evan Williams, 1783. Larceny's up to bat today. One of my favorites, the Rebel 100. That's just a good pour. It tastes young, but it's so good. Four Roses. Anything Four Roses is good. I went with the 86 proof on the Old Forester rather than the 100 because I just thought it would be not fair to put the 100 Old Forester in because it's a good pour. So taking the proof down with that one a little, and the 100 was on the fence. Some places I looked said it was $27. I think I got mine for 25. So I know I got that for less than 25. We're going with the old Granddad Bald and Bond and the old JTS Brown Bald and Bond. Got a few Bald and Bonds for sure. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I hear 7? At least 6. At least 6. Got the early times Ball and Bond, the old tub. That's a Jim Beam. And of course, this nasty shit right here, which actually I don't mind the bonded. The bonded, as far as benchmark goes, I will drink the bonded. I'm not crazy about the full proof. I think it tastes really young and hot. It's probably second place. But beyond that, the top floor, the Hateful Eight, the single barrel, the single barrel's tolerable, but yeah, I'm just not a benchmark fan. Not crazy about it. We're going to open up our. Should we open up with the Kentucky Tavern since the Kentucky Tavern won yesterday? I think we should, or maybe something yummier. I don't know. That Clyde Mays is staring me down. I do love some Clyde Mays. You know what? let's just, since we're open, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to the dispenser. There it is. A perfect pour of Dickel Bald Bond right off my wall dispenser. Um, hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I'm doing a little renovation to the old whiskey cave, a little at a time. But check that out. So yeah, I mean, anytime I want Dickel, which is always, it's right there on the wall. There's a gift from my son, Logan. And I don't care what anybody says about minerality. That Dickel Bald Bond is amazing. It's a 13-year-old Bald Bond Tennessee whiskey. Fucking love it. The smoke hits you right at the end with the minerality. But as I've said before, I like the minerality because I can pick Dickel. I can pick, I say I can. I think I can pick this Dickel out of 18 pours. Once you get about 8 in, though, it all just starts blending together and we just start talking shit. But because of that uniqueness of the minerality, I think I can pick Dickel out, and I think so. And I look like I know what I'm talking about. But this is that Ball and Bonds. That's good. That's good Dickel, man. Good Dickel. The dickliest of Dickel, sir. Yeah, I am I'm a fan of Dickel. I think it's a quality product. I don't think it's the best whiskey out there, um, by any stretch of the imagination. I do enjoy their bourbon, but I don't think it's the best bourbon on the market by any stretch of the imagination. I think mostly I just like it to catch shit from people. No, I'm kidding. I think it's good stuff. That 17 was amazing. I'm a really big fan of the Bald and Bond. I think for under $50, a 13-year-old Bald and Bond, it's good stuff. Well, I think under the circumstances, since we are going $25 today, we will put the all sorts into George. There's a little Dickel in George. You like that Dickel in you, don't you, George? That's right. All right. Good old Kentucky Tavern for the win yesterday. Um, George is going to have to sit here for a bit because I got to make room for lots. This is going to be, good God. Well, we're going downstairs with some of it. Yeah, the fact that Kentucky Tavern is a 1792, it's a Barton product, started making a little more sense. But then again, that 10 high is too, and it was fucking turpentine. Um, I wasn't crazy about the 10 high. Hold on. Just getting the other apparatus out in case I have to take a call. Don't know why, but sometimes I have to. So, I forgot to have Logan mix these up. Let's try that again. Yeah, these were just sitting there in order. All right. Now it's going to be fair. We'll bring George back into the game. Let's just clear the bar because this is going to be a big one. Clear the bar, clear the palate with the official Bruzel palate cleanser. And I think there might be a method to his madness, other than the fact that I think he just likes Dr. Pepper. If you lean towards, and this is what I'm thinking because it works for me, if you lean towards liking that sweetness in whiskey and bourbon, if you cleanse your palate with something sweet, oil to oil, water to water, at least that's my theory. It may just be that the big man likes him a Dr. Pepper. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll be famous enough to where he'll tell us. Let's start out with this one. Some of these are not going to be good. Some of these I'm not fans of. I'm not a huge Old Tub fan. I know some folks that stand by it, but I'm not one. This one's a little woody on the nose and doesn't smell very strong. So it starts out nice. Starts out with a little sweet cherry, a little wood, and then it gets like bitter tannin, really bitter at the end. And it hangs out for a minute too, that bitterness does. It doesn't just drop off a cliff like you want it to. So this one is, it's about midway. Yeah. Oh, we should be making notes. So Uno, good front, bitter finish. And it might also be that I'm using Dr. Pepper, making it bitter, but here, let's find out. There's enough in there. Nah, it's still the same. Yeah. Yeah, it's still bitter. All right. Well, my sniffer's not working well today. I'm just getting, I've damn near got the tip of my nose in there. And it might be that I'm using the little brandy glasses and not the Glens, too. My Glens are all dirty from yesterday. Like your sister. Actually, it was brought to my attention that my taste in women is, it was described as your older sister's dirty friend. And I thought that was extremely accurate. Well, there's just not a lot to that. Kind of makes me want to say Maker's Mark, but I don't know. It's sweet and kind of floral. And then a little spice. That's not bad. We'll put that on up there. We'll keep a little in it too. That's not a bad pour. Oh, we got a lot of work to do, Scooby-Doo. Uh-oh. My battery light came on. No, that's kind of got a turpentine note, like a just ethanol, a little sweet around the edges, but not. I'm going to put it ahead of number one, but behind number two. What I love about doing blinds is it completely takes away the bullshit, because there's a lot of bottles in here that I pull from the Early Times Ball and Bond, the OGD Ball and Bond, very old Barton 100 for certain. I don't mind Maker's Mark. So, I mean, it keeps you honest. Not to mention Turkey 101. That's my game right there. My palate's a little off today too. I'm just not picking up a lot on some of these. It may just be all the swill that I put in my system yesterday on that under $20 run. This is okay, but then it gets a little aggressive towards the end. It's got a little sweet, little wood. Yeah, we're going to put it in second. There we go. The end was just all heat. Makes me wonder if it's Old Forester. Which that 86 shouldn't be like that. Might have been the old tub. Wait and see. Stand by. I might be just completely full of shit too, because I am just guessing. So that just tastes young, very corny, and ethanol-y. We're going to put it in next to last. Number 6. Well, that's got a decent little nose on it there. I'm picking up a little wood and a little caramel that I'd hoped to have already picked up, but man, there's just no. It's got good flavor, but it's gone. It's gone. Like my paycheck. It's like, yep, gone. I don't mind that though. And there's a little hug on the end. That's actually pretty good. We're gonna make that second place. Good with no finish. Boy, we opened up with the Dickel. You'd think everything beyond that would be delicious. They're starting to smell better. Oh, that one. Oh, that's awful. Ugh. Yeah. Ah, you go there. All right. Somewhere like that. All right. Boy, this is going to get convoluted quick. Numero uno. This one's a little bit dusty, a little woody. And it's got a little teeny tiny cracker note, maybe? What would that be? Like bread. And it's got a really good mouthfeel. There's just the right amount of sweet on that. It's got a decent mouthfeel. Not a great mouthfeel, but a decent mouthfeel. It's just sweet, 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 sweet. I like it. We're going to put that in second. That's good. It's probably the goddamn J.W. Dant. Oh, well, we got a little water in those if we go to try them again. Oops, a daisy. I'm picking up a lot of char on this one. A lot of char. Yeah. There's some barrel impact on that one. That one's there is a nice little honey, little caramel. The the barrel impact is almost bitter, but it's right on the edge of being bitter, and that's why we're going to call this third place. Those are those are good. Some of these were not good. I quit taking notes. Oh well. We got the palate alive now. Uh-oh. Halfway. Oh, and by the way, huge milestone for me anyway. We now have 101 subscribers. I know that's not a big deal to a lot of people, but it really is to me because I mean, the fact that there's two people subscribed to me and one of them is my mom is phenomenal. Um, that being said, 101 folks taking time out of their day to like and subscribe is great. So while we're on the subject, why don't you go ahead and tongue punch that like button in the fart box and subscribe for me? That'd be cool. Moving on. Ooh. I'm getting kind of a pretzel bread. And some smoke. That's interesting. I don't know what that would be. It starts out okay, but then it turns bitter. Yeah, everything's tasting bitter today. We're going to put him back here in like fifth because it's not bad, but the end is just bitter. Yeah, I've completely quit taking notes because at halfway I can't read my own handwriting. It's not even worth trying. Sweet and floral, little cinnamon. None of that on the palate. Just kind of woody, and put him back here. Not not crazy about that. Watch me put my Dickel way back in the back, which is fine because it's Dickel. It's Dickel. It's the dickliest of Dickel. Oh, that's nice. That's got a little bit of char, a little smoke, a little woody. It's also got kind of a fruit, but is it cherry or is it plum? Oh, the only thing that shines through on the palate's the wood. Just barrel, barrel, barrel. It's like chewing on the bar. Great nose, decent mouth feel. Youth, very youthful, and woody. Somewhere about here. We're going to have to decipher this. Yeah, I'm not. That's tastes like somebody threw corn into a fire. Mm-mm. It tastes like somebody ran corn through a fucking table saw. That's what it tastes like. What number is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's write that down. Corn through a table saw. Hey, I'd rather be corn through a table saw. I once called a state bottled Old Bardstown. One of the tasting notes was I couldn't figure out if it was actually carny chode or a homeless guy's chode. Maybe I said taint. It tomato, taint, chode, take your pick. But it was disgusting. Hope to never drink again. No, and I'm not a Willet guy. I'm kind of happy that the Old Bardstown, which is, I'm going to say it's an old okay mixer. I looked it up on Only Drams and it was $27.99. I got mine cheaper than that, but I left it out of this just because I didn't want to drink it. And I'm saying that, and I'm going to go ahead and drink the Benchmark Bonded. So draw your own conclusions. And I'm not saying if you like the Old Bardstown or even the Estate Bottled, which if you do, there's something. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? But if you do, great. Somebody must because they're bottling and selling this stuff. This guy is no. Anyway, moving on. Did I cleanse? I don't know if you noticed the posters that I put up. Steve McQueen's Junior Bonner, because Steve McQueen, he's fucking Steve McQueen. That was actually one of my dad's favorite movies, and I had ordered that poster for him as his Christmas present in 2015 on eBay. It's actually like from the release, and he passed away in October before that Christmas came. So that's kind of a yeah. And of course Raquel Welch, 10,000 BC, because some days I feel like Andy Dufresne. I'm actually thinking about hanging that in my office at work. Just, they'll. I'm just watching the neighbors try and get in their driveway. It's there's still a lot of snow left. But yeah, the see if anybody gets the symbolism of hanging that in my office at work. Because Shawshank Redemption is probably my favorite Stephen King story, novella, what have you. Moving on to the bourbon, because that's what you're really here for. That smells tobacco-y, like actually like a pipe. That is the first time I've ever smelled, like I get a tobacco note, but it's like when you breathe some, like a pouch of Red Man, but that smells like pipe tobacco. I'm interested. And I get a little of it on the palate too, but I also get a little caramel and a little honey, a little oak. Welcome to third place. We're going to give you another chance. Hang on. No. Wait. Ah. Yeah. This actually needs to go back further. Like here. I don't like that at all now. Yeah. Holy shit. What was I thinking? Yeah. That's better. Ugh. Yeah, that was actually good. I'm going to go back through this video and I'll be talking like, oh, that's really good. And then I go back to it, give it another chance and go, Jesus, that's the second time I've done that. This may be interesting. And it may be the fact that when I get this deep into this long of a run, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. All I get is ethanol on this. There's a little dark fruit to it. We're going to put it back here, though. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in this mess. Don't worry. There's a system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Little dark fruit. Excuse me. Better out than in. Better coming out the front door than the back. All right. All right, we're getting there. You know, I can't wait to retire. I'm just going to do this every single day until my liver gives out. We'll just be, there'll come a time in like 2035 where I'm just doing runs of 60 and 70. This one tastes a bit earthy. Than the last. This has a little youth to it, but it's a little creamy. I actually like this. Somewhere around Firth place. No, we'll come back through. We'll give some of these another chance that are close, that are neck and neck. We'll decipher. We got nothing but time. And if you get bored of watching me drink myself into oblivion, like Nicolas Cage in Leaving Las Vegas, you can always watch something else. It's a click away. But me, I'd stay tuned because you never know what's going to fall out of my fucking head. This is actually kind of nice. It's got definitely ethanol, but there's a little spice and a little sweet. And that's where I like to hang out. Sweet and spicy. So the finish just drops right off, but the flavor is nice until it goes away almost instantaneous, but it's a little bitter, but it's not bad. We'll put it back here in Nerf, somewhere around Nevin. Yeah, maybe surf. Put it in Sif. Any of you having trouble understanding, I'm just blurring numbers together. I hate for somebody to, what's he saying? Turn it up, Ethel. Turn it up. What's he saying? He's not saying anything. He's just burr, 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 burr. Ethel. Is there anybody alive named Ethel anymore? Is my camera leaning? Or is the world askew? Oh, well, we're this deep. That's nice. It's a little earthy, like that. Like you're digging vegetables out of the garden. Like that fresh vegetable thing. And then it gets a little tanniny on the end. Stick him up here somewhere. Yeah. All right. Looks like we made it. I'm no Shania Twain, but neither is she anymore. I ain't getting shit off that. That smells like water. Looks like pee-pee. There's really nothing to that. So we got to kind of put it midway. It's young. It's very young. But it's not intrusive. It's not anything I don't like. It's just meh. All right. So let's for sure figure out. Yeah, I do not want to put these into George. I said I would, but George deserves better. You deserve better, George. All right, let's I'm not going to revisit too many of these nasty fuckers. Yeah, you know what? That's one I didn't mind in the past. So in very last place is the JTS Brown Bald and Bond. Excuse me. God, that was a lot of taste. And you know, it may just be because I'm such a Paul Newman fan that I made myself like it. I was so excited about the bottle because the guy hyped me up because of the movie. And he's like, hey, yeah, this is what they were drinking. And I'm like, Paul Newman, no shit. Because I love Paul Newman. Cool Hand Luke, are you kidding me? What was the name of that one movie? HUD. Towering Inferno with Steve McQueen. Nobody's Fool. Nobody's Fool with Bruce Willis and Melanie Griffith. That was a fantastic movie, and it made me want to like JTS Brown. That's how much I love Paul Newman. Unfortunately, I apparently don't truly like Paul Newman that much. Yeah, no, that's where it goes. I'm sorry, JD. Your Bluff Springs is going to be in second, or second to last. I sampled it again because I caught something on the nose that I liked. I smelt a little oak, and I got a little bit on the palate of sweetness that I was looking for. I'm going to go ahead and start stacking them if you folks are okay with that. There's last place. And you know, in the past, when I first sampled this bottle, it was okay, and it was okay right there too. It may have just been so early on in the running that I don't know. So it looks like this one is going to be third to last. Oh, no. Really? That's unfortunate. Make a liar out of me. Damn. I like that bottle too. Well, oh well. Let's see what this fucker was. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey. And this is why I put it in. This is why I put this one in instead of the 100. That's surprising, though. But this is why we. Oh. This is why we do blinds, because it keeps us honest. I'm a huge Rebel fan. I didn't mind this bottle so much. I may have been Hollywoodized by this one, but this one I've always said was solid. Looks like you're next, Pedro. Oh, really? Oh my goodness. There's a lot of things coming to light tonight that I wasn't expecting. Because I like that bottle too. Guess I just wasn't liking it tonight. Oh, no fucking way. There's something wrong with the way my taste buds are acting. There is no, well, I don't know. That's close to, that's the lower part of midway. That's insane that that bottle is that low. But okay, it is the entry level Old Forester, so that might not be a lie. It's not a lie. It's a blind. It's as honest as it gets. All right, here comes this one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I actually expected that one to be lower, especially lower in the Four Roses and the View, especially lower than the Rebel. Well, oh well. You know what? Oh well. George, you're going to sit this one out because you deserve better poured into you. It looks like we said this one is a little further back. At this point, we're just guessing. Okay. Huh. Man. Yeah, and that's a go-to for me. So who'd have thunk that? Weird. We're going to say this one is next. Oh, okay. Ooh, really? All right. I mean, yeah. We're going to have to start staggering these so they'll all fit. Larceny, really? Okay. Oh. No, I don't like that. The hell does that say? I don't know what it says. Okay, we have a mystery there. We're going to leave a hole right here because I don't know what the hell that says. All right, looks like this one's back a little further. These are all abbreviated. MI? The hell would that be? I don't know what that is either. We'll find out. All right. Aha! The old maker's mark. Okay. Some of these that are down here are surprising me. Some of them are not. The fact that the benchmark bonded's doing so well is concerning me a great deal. It looks like this one's a little farther back. "4B." The hell would that be? I don't. 4B. 4B. Well, whew. All right. Whatever the hell that means. All right, here's the Jim Beam. The Double Oak, which I do like that bottle. As far as just pulling a bottle of $20-some Jim Beam off a shelf, that's a value. I'm a fan. I'm actually kind of a big fan of the Double Oak Jim Beam. Let's see. Looks like this one's next. The big mystery is going to be, what the hell does that say? What the hell? Oh, wow. That one I didn't expect to rate as high as it did. Maybe I need to quit talking shit on the old tub, because it's in 4th place. Now we got some work to do here. Okay. This is starting to make some sense. Oaky, little corn, little ethanol. I'm not actually sure why that's in 2nd place. So we're going to call it 3rd. And that is... Oh! What? Dickel in 3rd place, y'all. They're like, yeah, but Ron, you're white trash. That makes sense. Okay. It's fair. Let's see what this bad boy is. Oh, look at that. 2nd place is going to the J.W. Dant Bald and Bond. It's a Heaven Hill product for $25 and under. I've got to know. Oh. Imagine that. Okay. So, we got to decipher these last 3. Okay, I figured this one out. That's that one. Okay, I know what that is. Is that one? Which means back here in 6th place, which is admirable, is going to be our early times. I never tried the J.W. Dant before. I'm actually kind of... Boy, I don't know if it's that accurate doing all these at once. This is a lot. But my Dickel did well. My Rebel did not. Um, Old Forester and Four Roses, I felt should be higher. Never been a fan of this, but obviously I am. This makes kind of sense. This does not. This ought to be on down. This ought to be down a little more. This ought to be way higher. But yet, it's not. Blinds are honest. And so honestly, I do love some turkey. And apparently Heaven Hill has a decent $25 bottle or less. I don't think I gave 25 for this. I don't know what I gave for it, but it wasn't much. And I'm always going to love me some Dickel. This was fun and enlightening. The palate was a little off, but nonetheless, I'm really surprised the Four Roses is not much higher because I am a huge Four Roses fan. The small batch select is, if you were to strand me on a desert island and say, we're going to give you 5 bottles, it's going to make the list. Four Roses, small batch select. And you can pull it off of any shelf for 50-ish bucks. It's perfect. It's perfect. Man. Well, this has been a good time. I really appreciate all the comments you guys have been given. Bingo Star, my guy, they're out of Kansas. We're gonna do some hunting, buddy. Hit me up, because that Lenexa area where you're working, that's my stomping ground, because that's where my office is located. So we're gonna have some fun, bud. That being said, turkey for you, turkey for me. But surprise, second place, JW Damp Ball and Bond. What? This is one that I go to a lot, and yet didn't fare too well. Fared really well on the initial Ball and Bond run I did like a year and a half ago. I mean, it did okay. There was like 11 Ball and Bonds, and it was. I'd have to go back. Better than Midway, I think. Kind of surprised. I like Makers, but I'm not a huge Makers guy, and that's interesting that did that well. Yeah, this is yeah, this is great. This actually is very helpful to me because we get an idea of what we like, and we're persuaded. Our minds can be changed because our friends say, hey, I really like this, or someone else on the internet says, hey, this is a great bottle, this is going to be the bottle of 2025, or this is the greatest bottle ever, this is the best bottle for under $25. Until you try it for yourself, you're not going to know. So don't take my word for it that Turkey 101 is the best buy for under 25 bucks. Try it for yourself. Blind yourself. Make your own call. But for me, that's the one. And god damn, who'd have thought that'd be number 2? But there it is. It should be. Heaven Hill makes a good product. So anyway, y'all, thanks for playing.